Welcome to this little series of videos with which I've decided to treat my 100 sweethearts who for some strange reason decided to subscribe to this madness of a channel. Of course I love posing as a total rock star, although my guitar never even bothered to pretend I was hitting its G note right, but since I do possess some basic humility, I hope to create more than just a 100 sub trip for my ego, which definitely deserves a vacation. You may be a person who enjoys something about my videos, or you may be just a hate watcher, but you're contributing to a number on my YouTube page that gives me a little fix of dopamine every time I see it. You're one of the addictive digital drugs we all hate taking just as much as we love it. And some of you are people I actually know, love, and cherish. So this 100 sub special is what you make it. Lol, psych. I'm still in charge, of course, but you do get to make some serious choices. I will link them on cards in the top right corner of each video. Click the little letter I in a circle. In case that doesn't work, you will also find the links in the description below the video. So let's begin, shall we? Imagine you're just a version of yourself, living in an alternative reality. Your name, gender, or age do not matter in this story. What's important is that you're a competent and adult person. You may get misgendered in the Czech translation, but that's just for inevitable grammar reasons. Your complaints also do not matter. Nothing matters. Life is shit. It's 9 a.m. on a Saturday and you just woke up. You struggle to get out of bed, but you do manage somehow. Your room is still a mess, but so is your head. Nihil novum sub sole. The sun is actually hiding behind some thick black clouds, so it doesn't have to see your ugly ass face again. You perform your morning hygiene tasks and return to your bedroom, where your much beloved dog is still sleeping. She usually starts demanding a morning walk as soon as you get up. But this time, she's not moving, no matter how hard you're trying to wake her up. Your half asleep inertia disappears. You can feel your own heart way up in your throat. You start resuscitating her heart and hope you won't have to blow air into her stinky mouth. Then you remember that mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is no longer considered necessary by the experts, so you give the poor little creature some more frustrated hand pumps on the chest and take off your metaphorical hat. You're devastated. No one loves you now. You run downstairs to announce the sad news to your parents, who you unfortunately still live with. It seems they are still sleeping, but this won't wait. You barge into their bedroom and find your father lying motionless on his side. You try to wake him up, but it doesn't work. He's not even breathing. Dad! You scream. You flip him onto his back and start compressing his chest just like you did with your dog, even more grateful that mouth to mouth is no longer considered necessary by the experts. While attempting to save your perhaps deceased parent's life, you're desperately crying out for your mom. She has to be home. Where else would she be? You can't believe this. There's no blood, no dangerous objects, no signs of death, but no signs of life either. Your pulse is way up there, with that of a caffeinated hummingbird dodging a cat's claws. What in the bloody fucking hell is going on here? You shout, after several unsuccessful attempts to summon your mother. You return to the kitchen and grab the oily frying pan you see on the stove, just in case, because this is so effed up it might as well be someone's fault, and they clearly weren't satisfied with just one victim. Then you proceed to search the rest of the house. The mystery of the disappearing mother gets solved when you enter the living room. She is standing on a yoga mat in an arabesque stance, perfectly balancing on one foot. You only feel relief for 1 second before you realize she's not moving either. No movement, no sound, no breath. No response to your perplexed attempts at starting a conversation. You reach out and push her, tipping her over. She falls on the ground in the very same position you found her in, as if she were a chair whose legs can break but not bend upon being turned over. You use force to straighten your poor motionless mother's body. This works but doesn't solve the most important problem. Something is very wrong with the world today, you realize. Step outside your house to see the side of it you haven't seen from any window today. This must be a dream. Every living being on your street is frozen in time. Right where they may have been around 7 a.m. You guess by the sight of two joggers in sporty clothing and your neighbor who feeds her chickens exactly at 7. One of the runners must have frozen in midair, since he was lying on the ground with his limbs bent. You decide to check the rest of the town and seek help. Will you A. Get dressed and walk, or B. Use your parents' car?